We will look at that. First, we are going to look at the respondent errors and then the administrative errors. And there are two: non-response error and response bias. One is that you decided your sample based on random sampling, and suppose 20% or more respondents, or even 20% or more, generally you find will not respond out of the sample that you decided. But number of times the percentage goes far above this 20%. 20% is acceptable, not an issue. But if it goes beyond 50%, your sample is totally changed. Right? So you can't correlate a random sample after that. Right? So that non-response is also an error. Right? So more the respondents don't respond, more the error, because your sample is no more now random. Right? So non-response error and response bias. That means respondents give incorrect response. Response bias is respondents give incorrect response. Response bias can be because respondents do it deliberately, that they deliberately give wrong response, or unconsciously they give wrong response. Now deliberately they do it only when they know this is the organization that is carrying out research and what is the purpose of this research. So to influence the results they might give deliberately, but that can easily be taken care of by ensuring that the sponsoring organization is not known to the respondent. Right? So once you hide that, you find generally the deliberate falsification would not be there. Right? But then unconscious representation is generally there that you need to take care of, that you see. What are the unconscious errors? These are the unconscious response bias. Right? Acquisitions, extremity, interviewer, auspices, and social desirability. I will give just single liners for each one of them, so that we understand. Although I have put it in my presentation also later on, you can go through that. But then, just for to save time, acquisition says there are a number of people, yes people, they will never say no to anything. Right? So this acquisition bias is for that, because of that. So whatever you ask them, whether it's a negative question or positive question, they will always say yes. Okay, so bias because there are people who would always say yes. The second is extremity bias. These are people who would give extreme response. Okay, if when they are happy with a particular aspect, they will give extreme positive, and when they are not happy with something, they will give extreme negative. If you talk about a brand and if you say quality of that brand, if a customer is happy with that, number of times there are customers who would give a balanced response, that these are the problems in this product and in this brand and so on. But there will be others who would go to explain this is useless brand. It has nothing, no value at all. Now that is extreme negative. And there are others who, if they are happy with the product, oh, this is the best brand that I have ever used. Right? So these extreme, either negative or positive. So again, you find that balance, instead of giving a balanced response, they will give you extreme responses, either negative or positive. Again, creating error. Interviewer bias. Now it is because of the presence of the interviewer. Right? Now specifically, when you want to be seen socially, see there are two errors here which compound each other. Right? One is the interviewer bias and other is social desirability bias. And it happens when the person who is interviewing and the interviewee both are of opposite gender. Right? It happens more there. It is not that it doesn't happen in other situations, but it happens more there. Because you would like to be seen more socially desirable when the other opposite gender is the one who is interviewing you or trying to find your views. So you would like to show that you are more social than you actually are. Right? So you find that interviewer bias, because of the presence of the interviewer, the respondent might change the response. So that is interviewer bias. If the interviewer is trained, and there are a number of other reasons for interviewer bias, because interviewer might influence because of inadvertent disclosures or sentences that he uses while introducing the questionnaire. So if the interviewer is trained, probably that bias would be reduced. Auspices bias, it is because of the sponsoring organization. Auspices bias is because of the sponsoring organization. If you are conducting a study on, say, Reliance Telecom, that what is the presence of signal, or what is the signal strength that you receive on your mobile phones, and you are using, say, Reliance Telecom, and the person who is conducting research is putting on a blazer on which it is written Reliance Telecom, or introduces himself that I am from Reliance Telecom, or I am carrying out this research on behalf of Reliance Telecom. Forget it, you are never going to get the correct response. Right? So there would be auspices bias, which would create a response bias here. And source of desirability bias. There are a number of areas where, when you ask questions, they're sensitive areas. When you ask questions or responses on those areas, you find people would like to be seen socially desirable, and therefore they will moderate their responses, and that would create a bias. So these are some of the respondent bias. These were respondent biases, non-response and the bias response. And these are some of the administrative errors. These are the four major administrative errors: data processing error, sample selection error, interviewer error, and interviewer cheating. Okay? Data processing error, that means starting from codification, punching of data on Excel sheet, using a statistical tool that is not applicable. All those will create errors in your research. Right? So that can be taken care of by knowing what tools can be applied in what situations, and testing your data for suitability for each of those tests. We will be doing that while carrying out research, while carrying out the analysis there. So data processing errors are starting from changing, you're converting your physical questionnaires to soft, that is Excel, and then further transferring that to SPSS, analysis, and so on. Sample selection errors, if sample you're not using a probability sampling technique. See, in majority of the researches, it is not possible to use the probability sampling techniques, because for using probability sampling techniques, you need the complete list of population, and generally it is not available. And because it is not available, you are forced to use non-probability sampling techniques. And while using non-probability sampling techniques, you still need to ensure that your sample is representative of the population. Right? And to ensure that it is representative of the population, you need to ensure that all strata, respondents from all strata are represented in your sample in the same ratio as they are in the population. So if you can ensure that, then the sample selection error can be reduced. When we are talking about sample selection here, we are talking about non-probability sampling. We are not talking about probability sampling. Next is interviewer error. Now, interviewer the way he asks questions, the sequencing of questions can create errors. Right? So, interviewer, if he is not trained, can induce errors, and last one is interviewer cheating. Interviewer does not collect data and fills up the questionnaires himself or herself, or fills up only 10 and multiplies them by 10. Right? 10 क्वेश्चनेयर भरवा लिया और 10 को कॉपी पेस्ट कर दिया 10 बार, तो 100 का सैंपल हो गया. Right? Now, when you carry out factor analysis, EFA, then CFA, they will tell you whether the data has been correctly done or there are trends in the data. Okay, and if there are, then you find that the data has not been correctly collected. So we will know there are a number of tools that will tell you whether the data has been correctly collected or whether there are problems in data collection. Right, so interviewer can also indicate that the correct data has been collected, whereas the interviewer has not gone to the respondents and or he has collected data from wrong respondents. That's also possible. जैसे स्टूडेंट को आपने कहा कि आप ये डेटा कलेक्ट कर लीजिए, ये this is the tool and you collect data from say 20% people 60 above, 20% people 45 to 60, 20% people 30 to 45 and 20% below 30. And you find that from the classmates themselves, some people would become 30 plus, some people would become 45 plus and some would become 60 plus. Right? And the data is collected from classmates. ये मदद करो, ये क्वेश्चन भरना है, आप एज 60 से ऊपर लिखना, आप 45 से ऊपर लिखना, आप 30 से ऊपर लिखना और आप सब 30 से कम लिख लो, आप तो अपना एक्चुअल एज लिख लो. And you find that you have responses that indicate that the responses have been collected from all age groups, whereas the responses have been collected only from people below 25.
Doubt aroused while minimizing the systematic errors, systematic bias. One of the bias is deliberately
classification.
So the question is that while measuring a particular typical variable, what should be the minimum or maximum number of statements administered to that measuring variable?
See, please listen. There is a very serious question, and that is the basis for summated scales. This question is the reason why summated scales are being used. Right? Summated. What is a summated scale? Summated scale is that you ask number of statements to measure same thing. Okay? If you want to measure, say, motivation level, you can use a single statement that on a scale of 1 to 5, please indicate what is your level of motivation. Where 5 indicates highest motivation level, 1 indicates minimum motivation level. So why do not we use only this one statement? And we use at least 15-20 statements to measure motivation level. The reason is that deliberate falsification that the respondents do to ensure that the respondents would not be able to or this falsification would be cancelled out. Okay? Some you can use negative statements and some positive statements. That's one way of doing it. Right? And also that people who don't read the statements and give response, that would also be identified, and also people who give false responses can also be identified. 1. 2 is use number of statements and indirect statements which measure the same variable. So you find that for some statements the respondent might give positive, may use positive bias. For some others, negative bias. Overall, you would find that the bias would be nullified. And that is basically the reason why the summated scales are used for measuring every single variable. Okay? Whatever you measure, you don't use a single statement and measure. You use multiple statements to measure that, and those statements actually measure various aspects. Okay? So, you find that for all of those aspects, falsification is generally not possible. And therefore, you are able to get data which is free of falsification.
Is there any rule that that should be minimum number or maximum number of statements?
See, there is no such rule. Basic idea is to cover all dimensions of the variable. All dimensions of the variable. Like say, if you are measuring, if you are having, like say, people say that negative positive statements. Like say, if in a questionnaire, if you are using negative positive statements, people say that you should do 50-50. There are researchers who say that you should use 50-50. 50% statement should be negatively worded and 50% statement should be positively worded. And before analysis, you can you can convert them. Those statements can be before you go for reliability checks. You need to reconvert them into positive responses. That means negatively worded statements with you, the responses that you get on negatively worded statements have to be converted so that those responses are equivalent to as if the statement was positive before you actually carry out reliability on the questionnaires. But that is one way that you are able to minimize that bias, 50-50. 50% negative, 50% positive. But I have seen that even if you are able to use 20-25% negatively worded questionnaire statements, it is okay. It will give you find that there is an element of surprise. Now, what you basically want to add is an element of surprise so that the respondent is not asleep and does not do that 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay? Right? So that you can identify through this. So the deliberate falsification can be identified through negatively worded statements, and you need not do 50-50. 20-25% negative statements are good enough. But some negative statements are essential. You should put at least few negative statements so that you are able to identify people who are giving deliberate as I said, the total errors can be divided into two parts, random sampling error and systematic error. Okay, as I earlier said that random sampling errors can be taken care of during your hypothesis testing. But systematic errors cannot be taken care of, so we will be concentrating basically on systematic errors. Systematic errors, and they can be divided into two parts, administrative errors and respondent errors. Right? Either the way the survey has been administered, either that can create errors, or the respondents themselves can also induce errors. And why and how respondents induce errors, and what are the administrative errors that get captured, we will look at that. First, we are going to look